So what are the downsides? What's the disadvantages of losing the weight too fast? I'm gonna tell you in this exact video. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. So the dangers of losing weight too fast is number one, man, is just a decrease in your metabolism. Your metabolism will crash. Your metabolism will slow down. Why is that? Because the body just wants to simply survive. If you're new and you're watching this, hear me out. The body, your body, my body simply just wants to survive, right? So if you drastically cut your calories like way below because you're trying to lose this weight, just weight, like you're trying to lose the body fat way too fast, your body's then gonna be like, okay, cool. Like we need to slow this dude's metabolism down. That way he's not gonna be moving as much. That way he won't be bopping his head to the music as much. We're gonna make it to where it's gonna be hard for him to walk, I don't know, a mile or two, because the body just simply wants to survive. The body simply wants to just maintain itself. It doesn't want to cut and it doesn't want to bulk. It wants to stay somewhere between the middle. And what is that called? That's called homeostasis, right? That's called homeostasis. So when you're just like, basically when you're crash dieting like that, your testosterone, that's another thing. That's another thing. Your testosterone levels is going to crash. See, with testosterone, it's very vital for, testosterone is very vital. You know, it's a very vital hormone for the male, for us, for you that's watching this. Because if you're watching this right now, I'm pretty sure you're a man. Like, you know. So if you're, think of it like this, right? With testosterone, right? Helps us feel really good, helps us feel really manly, you know, and it's also the main important thing for our sex drive, right? Or for our sex drive. So the last thing that the body wants to do is to build muscle and to have sex, right? That's the last thing the body wants to do whenever you drastically cut your calories, right? So your body is not going to want to release this testosterone. Like, it's not going to want to release a lot of it, because the body at this point, right, just wants to survive. That's its main objective, is just to survive. So by you cutting your calories down really low, your body is going to do everything in its power, right? The body is going to do everything in its power to get extra resources or extra food, extra calories. It's going to make you eat. So the last thing that the body is thinking is, okay, sex. We don't want sex. We want food. We need energy. You get enough energy, you get the right nutrients and vitamins into your body, you get the right sleep and the amount of water that you need, then you can reproduce. But that's the last thing that the body wants to do, is to reproduce when you're on this like super duper crash diet and you're just super duper low in calories and your body fat is just super low, right? Cool. All right. Another thing is just like basically just yo-yo dieting, up and down to the extreme. So what'll happen is, right, when you lose the weight way too fast and your calories are just way too low for you and for your genetics, right, what'll happen is you might make some progress. You may drop some weight for the first couple of weeks or whatever, or for that first month. But then what's going to happen is, like I said before, the body wants to just eat. The body wants you to eat more food. The body wants you to eat a lot of food to the point to where you're pretty much binge eating. That way you can store the extra calories and the extra fat, because what does the body want to do? Once again, it just simply wants to survive and maintain itself, right? So if you're just extreme dieting, right? You're extreme dieting, right? Yeah, you're going to make some progress at first for the first month or two, but then you're going to just start eating more and 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 more, right? So now you done went from here looking pretty good. I'm pretty sure you look pretty good. Now you're here. Now you're way back up here, and then some, because like I said before, right? I'm pretty sure you're gonna weigh now even more, right? Now you're gonna weigh even more than what you weighed at the start of the diet. Does that make sense? Because you're way down here, you're below what your body, you're below your genetic set point. Okay, boom. Your body doesn't want to be that lean. So now, and then like your calories are low too. So now you're going to eat. Boom. Now you're way above what you were at the start of the diet. So that's what happens. And it's a repeated cycle. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And that's like, that could take a toll on your mental. You're going to have, you're going to develop body dysmorphia. You're going to develop body dysmorphia because you're literally watching yourself go from your best looking self to now your worst. Best to your worst. Best, worst. Back and forth, back and forth. So that plays really hard. That plays really, really hard on your mental. And then on top of that, now, doing that also is actually really, really bad for the inside of your body. You know, drastically cutting calories and then upping them, and then increasing them just drastically too. Very, very bad for your health. Very bad. Like, that can cause high blood pressure. That can cause all types of stuff. You know, so it's best to just be in a very slight deficit. Very, very slight deficit. That way, you're still cutting the weight, but at the same time, you're eating, you're getting enough calories and nutrients in your body to where your body is not going to be starving. You know, your body is not going to be starving. It's not going to be feeling weak. Like, you can still go to the gym and lift weights and do your cardio and do your everyday activities as needed, you know. Another thing, so yeah, you got that. Another thing, just low energy levels, man. Just super low energy levels. You might find yourself just always leaning on stuff like this, or always having to like lean on the counter and lean up against the wall all the time. Why? It's because, bro, your body doesn't have enough energy or enough calories to properly balance itself. Right? To properly balance itself. So that's another thing. Just low energy. You won't really feel like talking. You won't really feel like laughing. It's gonna be harder to talk. Like me now, I'm super lean or whatever. Like, you could just tell by my face and all of that. Like, I'm super lean, and it's kind of hard for me to talk. Like whenever my body fat just gets too lean, it gets harder to talk. I tend to stutter a lot more. It's just, man, it just gets crazy. But yeah, so decreased energy, you could say, you could add in decreased energy with metabolism, because if your metabolism is decreasing, then that's pretty much the same as your energy, right? So you got that. And just very moody and very irritable. Very just snappy. Anytime I get to around that 8-9% body fat, I'm easily just more irritable. like I'm just not as like ha 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 and all jokey play and all of that. Like I'm just not really in a good mood because my body is like the body is low in fat, as in like adipose tissue, body fat, and it's low in calories, right? But it doesn't even have to even be low in low in body fat per se. It can just be low in calories, and you're gonna feel irritable. Like think about it. Have you ever went a day or 2 days without eating like anything? Like have you actually went like or just a long period of time to where you just didn't consume any calories, anything? Do you notice how snappy and irritated you were? That's how it is whenever you're on these like crash diets and you're just losing and you're trying to lose the weight too fast. That's what happens. All of these bad things. Another thing, sleep. Your body, like you cannot sleep. Like your body doesn't want you to sleep. Your body will wake you up in the middle of the night to go eat, right? That's pretty much your body saying like, bro, we can't sleep. We can't sleep. Like we can't get the adequate amount of sleep right now. We need food. So what your body is going to do is it's going to compensate and it's going to wake itself. Your body is going to wake itself up, and you're going to be like, what the hell is going on? You know why? It's because you need to be eating more. You need to eat more food. That's exactly like, bro. Do you see how smart the body is? The body is very smart. That's why I keep saying this, bro. Like you cannot there's only but so much willpower that you really have, bro, before your body just completely takes over. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the body is smart. You cannot out discipline the body. Like you can't. You cannot. And see, I'm gonna use this as an example, right? So as us men, we need to ejaculate. We must release that semen, that sperm, right? So what happens whenever you go just a long time, like a very, very long time without releasing it? And what happens, you tell me what happens whenever we go a long time without ejaculating? What happens? We have wet dreams. You see what I'm saying? Your body finds a way no matter what you do. No matter what you do, it's going to find a way. So when we sleep and we haven't ejaculated like that, then we have wet dreams. Our body releases the semen on its own, right? Whenever we've been holding it in for way too long and not trying to release it. That's what happens. So the same thing is going to happen whenever you're doing these crash diets and lowering your calories way too low and just trying to just push it. That's what's going to happen. But that is literally what's going to happen, bro. Your body will do whatever it needs to do to survive. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what happens whenever you go on these up and yo-yo diets and crash diets and just trying to lose the weight too fast. That's pretty much what I've experienced. Oh, another thing that I've actually experienced and that my clients have experienced with not clients, but just people who I've done research on and stuff like that. Hair loss is another thing. You see what I'm saying? So whenever you're very, very low in calories, guess what else is lacking? Nutrients, vitamins, very, very important and key vitamins for our hair. So if you're lacking that over time, your hair is going to thin and fall out, right? So that's why it's so important to, number one, eat more nutrient dense foods, but also make sure that it's high in volume and also low in calories. That's pretty much what you want to do. That's pretty much how you want to do it. You want to eat foods that are very nutrient dense, but also low calorie dense, right? That are also low calorie dense. And if you need to, go out, get your blood work done if you can afford it. If you can make that happen, go get your blood work and see what like vitamins and stuff like that you're lacking in, right? And you can just easily supplement with that, whatever the doctor tells you to supplement with. But that's another thing that's gonna happen, right? Hair, I know for a fact when I was like preparing for my bodybuilding show and I was really trying to get just super duper like just inhuman, just lean, my hair was starting to thin. But as soon as I started, like over the weeks, as soon as I started to add more like healthy fats and stuff like that into my diet and more protein and stuff like that and more carbs, it's like it started to come back. Like it started to get thicker. My eyebrows started to get thicker, you know. But that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much all the bad things that happened that I've noticed, especially on myself, you know, from my experience and the research. So yeah, so just try not to don't crash diet. Remember this, and always remember this. Fat loss and weight loss is a marathon. It's not a sprint. If you want to get ripped for the summer, you need to start in the winter. You're not supposed to start in the spring, because if you start in the spring for summer, as crash dieting, you're gonna go way too hard and it's not gonna last. You see what I'm saying? This fat loss thing, this fitness thing, it's a lifestyle. Say it with me, a lifestyle. It's not a quick fix. Bad things happen when there's like quick fixes and quick money. What usually happens? Bad things. So it's nice to be slow and steady. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, man. If you did and it brought value and it helped you out in some type of way, man, drop a like, man. Also, if you're new, comment down below. And it's your boy Elite Physique Troxler, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.